Today, more Umineko. You know the use. You'll have tea. Hope everyone's having a good day today. I think shit's about to go down. I sure hope it is. I'm gonna turn that down. Ew, they're praising Goda, and I don't like Goda.
能楽器が変わると料理も薬も効果は2倍になるっちゅうわけやな。元の料理のうまさも2倍、さらに能楽器で2倍。味の倍々ゲームや。
ゲームや。わははは。
いやね、兄さん。その質問、読まれてたんじゃないの？
違いねえな。まんまと美味しいところをゴーダさんに持ってかれちまったぜ。
そうかね。今日の料理をフランス風だと気づいていない者もいるんじゃないかと思ってね。エヴァは先ほどバターを使わないのが美徳と言ったが、それは確かに国境を接してはいるがね。
How is avoiding butter Spanish style? Actually, I don't know about Spanish food. I only know about Mexican.
そういう意味で言ったんじゃないわよ。話の一部分だけ抜き出して勝手に加工しないでくれるかしら。と
っても美味しいソースね。ゴーダさんは本当に素晴らしいわ。
お褒めに預かり、大変光栄です。
I will never praise you, Goda.
これもすべて奥様の日頃のご指導のおかげでございます。
いいえ、すべてゴーダのアイディアです。私はレシピを聞き、承認しただけです。
It looked like the siblings quickly got into a loud argument about the sauce, but for the most part, dinner proceeded peacefully. I wonder when she's gonna reveal the letter. However, a certain question they desperately wanted to ask burned inside each one of them. It was about that visitor, the 19th person, the Golden Witch. In actuality, Ava and Rudolph and the rest were very much on their guards during this meal. If the mystery guest was ever going to be introduced, this dinner table would be the most appropriate place to do it. However, no place was set at the dinner table for the witch. She's in her room. The family conference would begin in earnest after the meal, and the previous experiences told them that it might last until deep into the night. However, they couldn't imagine why such a person should be kept hidden until that late if they were going to be introduced in the end anyway. Dark music. So, Ava and Rudolph and the rest were starting to feel a certain suspicion. Perhaps this guest was unknown even to Kraus. If this wasn't an assassin called by Kraus to give him an advantage in the inheritance problem, then maybe they should speak frankly to Kraus beforehand, creating a common front to resist anything disadvantage to the four siblings. If she was Kinzo's assassin, whose purpose was to keep the inheritance from being handed over to the four siblings, these siblings are so dramatic to just assume immediately that Beatrice is like an assassin. The enmity between Kraus and the other siblings could only become a weak point that benefited the enemy.
それではごゆっくりお楽しみください。
When he finished explaining the reasoning behind the table setting and the cooking, Goda tried to leave the room, but Kirie called him to stop in a small voice.
はい、キリエ様。何か？
ごめんなさい。今日はお客様がいらっしゃってると思ったんだけど、晩餐にはお見えにならないのかしら。
She had planned on saying it nonchalantly, but unfortunately it reached the ears of Natsuhi, who was sitting in the next seat over. It seemed that Natsuhi had heard it as, even though the guests are here, why hasn't the host come to dinner? In other words, that Kirie had asked whether Kinzo was going to join them for dinner.
当主様は体調が優れられませんので、お部屋で食事をとると仰せです。主人が初めにそう説明いたしましたが、何か。
ごめんなさい。そうじゃないの。
Natsuhi's reaction instantly told Kirie that this unknown visitor was also unknown to Kraus and his wife, which meant, on the chessboard inside Kirie's mind, she could hear the clattering of the pieces as they rearranged themselves.
客
Battler, who had been sitting next to Natsuhi, seemed to have heard Kirie's words without misunderstanding them. Thinking it strange that someone else would be invited to today's family conference, he spoke up incredulously. He's so clueless. And thanks to that, the uncomfortable feeling building in the siblings' chest suddenly exploded. Everyone looked at Goda at the same time. Judging by their reactions, it was clear that no one here had invited that mystery woman. For an instant, Goda was startled to find everyone's gazes gathered on him, but because of his naturally vain personality, this actually gave him a feeling of superiority. Therefore, he answered in an extremely calm and graceful manner.
はい。貴賓室でお一人で食事を取られたいとのことで、そちらへお運びしております。
That extremely graceful and reasonable response of Goda's made it obvious to everyone that a 19th person, a visitor, existed.
貴賓室？客？何の？誰の話ですか？
Natsuhi's words echoed the question that everyone who did know about the appearance of the Golden Witch was thinking. For a while, Goda was disoriented, caught completely off guard by this sudden interrogation. This was a guest who had been treated with such deep respect. He had imagined that Kraus and his wife might not even know about her.
そのベアトリーチェ様でございます。
ベアトリーチェ、ほらほら、ベアトリーチェ来てるでしょ。
Maria had been telling the other cousins over and over again that she had met Beatrice that day. The cousins had answered flippantly, but they hadn't believed, so their eyes grew wide.
すまねえ。俺はてっきりマリアの冗談だと思ってたぜ。あ、本当にいたんだな。
ベアトリーチェって、あの黄金のベアトリーチェなのかよ。
マリアはいるってずっと言ってる。誰も信じてない。
ごめんね、マリアちゃん。そういうつもりじゃないんだよ。
After learning that everyone had doubted Beatrice's existence, Maria, who had been in a good mood, sorry about that, in a good mood all day, completely lost her temper. George, who sat in the next seat over, tried frantically to calm Maria.
ゴーダ、それもディナーの何かの余興なのかね。なかなかの味な演出だ。
兄貴、三文芝居はやめようぜ。兄貴が呼んだんだろ。
呼ぶ？誰よ？どこから？
兄さん、はっきりさせましょ。あれは誰？まさか、本当に肖像画のベアトリーチェだと言うんじゃないでしょうね。
私にはお前たちが何を言っているのかさっぱりだ。ゴーダ、これは本当に冗談ではないのだな。
私はその源氏さんからそのように指示を受けただけでして、その
源氏を呼びなさい。今すぐ。
When Natsuhi yelled, Goda sped out into the hallway. The sound of the door being thrown open was the spark that suddenly set the dinner table ablaze.
じゃあ兄貴も知らないってんだな。呼んだのは誰だ？親父ってことか？
私には何のことかわからんね。お前たちは私が裏で糸を引いていると信じているようだが、それは大きな誤解だ。
クララス兄さん、落ち着いてえな。わしらはもう腹の探り合いをすべき段階にないで。もし兄さんも知らない怪人物だっちゅうんなら、これはとんでもない話になるんやで。
秀吉さん、言葉を少し慎みませんか？主人は親族会議に不要な人間を招いたりはしません。
まったくだ。お前たちは何を言っているのかね。肖像画の魔女が額縁を抜け出して現れたとでも言うのかね。実際にその魔女様に会ったという人間がいるわけでもなかろう。
Rosa has.
私、あったわ。
Ava and Rudolph nodded at Rosa's proclamation.
マリアもあった。クラウスおじさん信じて。ママを信じて。
The brief tension was broken and Maria also started to make a ruckus. By now the room was thoroughly wrapped in chaos.
何が何だかさっぱりだぜ。つまりなんだ？じいさまに黄金を授けた魔女様が今年の親族会議にはスペシャルゲストとして登場ってわけかよ。
しかし本当にローザおばさんの見間違いってことじゃねえの？
マリアもあった。
ローザおばさん、間違いなくなんですか？
Shut the fuck up, George. I hate you.
ええ。私とマリアは会って話もしてる。私は会ったの。あれは間違いなく魔女だった。信じて。私の見間違いとか錯覚とかそんなの。あれは何だったの？
What about the letter? In the instant before the typhoon arrived, Rosa definitely met a witch in the rose garden, but the scene had been so hard to accept as truth that the more she spoke of it like this, the less she understood what it was she had encountered. Ironically, she was losing her composure the more frantically. Since she was losing her composure, the more frantically she tried to cling to her claim, the more confused and hazy the thing she was describing became. Because of that, it only took a single calmly spoken sentence to confirm the nature of what she was describing beyond doubt.
私もあったわ。挨拶とはとても言えないけれど、一応言葉も交わしてる。ローザさんの見間違いとかじゃ断じてないわ。
キリエさん、それマジかよ。
ええ。でも彼女は私に名乗らなかった。だから彼女がベアトリーチェであると断定はできない。でも、主観的で恐縮なんだけど、私は玄関ホールで彼女に会ったから、肖像画と顔を見比べることができた。私は第一印象で、彼女こそがこの肖像画の主に違いないって思ったわ。あくまでも主観よ。
そんなことはありえません。第一、その女はどこからやってきたというのですか？今日の船は皆さんの送迎のための便が往復しただけです。その船に乗っていたのですか？
それを言われると弱いね。確かにそんなご婦人と一緒に下船した記憶はない。
あら、そう？私たちの乗ってきた船以外に船はないってどうして証明できるの？できないわ。来なかったわ。証明できない。
道理だな。来たは証明できる。来たのを見たやつが見たと言えばいい。しかし来ないは証明できないぜ。全員が来ない、見てないといったところで 全員が見てないところでこっそり来たことを否定はできない。つまり悪魔の証明ってやつだ。
It'd be simple to prove that devils exist. Okay. All you have to do is meet a devil, but it's impossible to prove that devils don't exist. Just by saying that no one has ever met a devil, you can't deny the possibility that they're hiding away somewhere humans can't go. You can't deny the existence of aliens for that exact same reason. Until humanity searches the whole of space and can show perfectly that aliens don't exist, you can't be sure that they don't exist. And it's definitely impossible for us to ever check the entirety of space for the existence of aliens. Therefore, while there may be a number of ways to prove that aliens do exist, it will always be impossible to show proof that denies their existence.
となれば、僕たちが乗ってきた船以外の船で来たかどうかなんて議論しても無駄な問題ということになるね。僕たちと一緒の船にはいなかった。それだけが事実で、それ以外の方法でとにかくこの島に訪れたことになる。
そうね。どうやって来たかなんて議論の必要はないかもしれない。肝心なのは現にこの屋敷に今いて、私たちと晩餐を共にする気がないという事実よ。
整理しよう。今この島には後ろ宮家18人以外にもう一人客がいる。そしてそいつは兄貴も夏日姉さんも知らない客だってんだな。
知りません。何の話だかもわかりません。
お前は少し黙っていな。頭痛に触る。妻の言う通りだ。私にはお前たちが何の話をしているのかさっきからさっぱりだ。
じゃあ答えは一つしかないわ。お父様が呼んだのよ。今日の親族会議のために。
親族会議に？だから何のために？
そんなの知らないわよ。兄さんが知ってたらそれを問い詰めようって思ってたのよ。
えわ、予算か。クラス兄さんは知らんと言うとる。つまり話はこうや。お父さんが肖像画の魔女にそっくりの客人をこっそり招いた。それにローザさんが出会い、マリアちゃんが出会い、そしてキリエさんもあった。今はそこまでや。わしらに言いたいことがあるんならとっとと姿を現せばええ。挨拶もなしに引きこもってるっちゅうんはどないなわけなんやってことなんや。
親族会議なんか花から関心のない親父が新しい愛人をこっそり呼びつけたってわけか。理想の魔女様のおべべを着せてよ。そう決着するには今日という日は意味を持ちすぎてるぜ。
理由は一つしかない。親族会議に加わるためよ。お父様の遺産について何かの権利を主張する気でいるのよ。
バカバカしい。当主様に愛人などと汚らわしいものなどおりません。
お前は黙っていろと言っている。
Shut the fuck up, Crows.
私はこの屋敷でずっと親父殿と過ごしているが、そんな話は聞いたこともない。最大限理解を示したとして。
Oh, sorry, 1 second.
何十年も昔の愛人との間に隠し子がいたとして、それを親父殿が探し出し、今日という日に呼びつけたと、こう言いたいのかね。
あなたお父様にそんなものがいるわけがありません。尊い後宮の血が愛人ごときに。
Oh my god.
先ほどから数人が見た見たと自称しているに過ぎません。
Aww! I love you too, Merc. Thank you for the 1 bit. That's so cute. With the little flag. I love it. I hope your bed's all comfy. Hey, you're the leader. Look, you have the #1 sign. I love it.
幻想妄想白チュームに決まっています。あるいはこれも夫を陥れるための皆さんの何らかの芝居なのですか？
Yeah, Natsuhi, we're all doing that. You are. You for real are. You know, I was thinking about you earlier, actually. Like, I was like, it's been a minute since I've talked with Merc about Umineko. Oh, thank you for subscribing. You get the cute, bunny thing, bunny badge now, too. Yay, thank you so much, Merc. I love you so much. The bunny! Yay! I'm so glad you get the little bunny badge, because it's so cute, and I want to see it more. Ugh, so good.
何の芝居だってのよ。芝居だって言うならそっちでしょうが。
You know what I thought of last night? Michael Jackson, Natsu. Oh, I thank you for your support. It means so much to me.
よせよ姉貴。ちょいと暴力的な言い方だが、夏日さんの言う通りではある。キリエは姿を見たが、俺は見てない。姉貴もだ。
Do you think Kiri is a FJ Natsu? Do you think Kiri is a Virgo? I think she is. What do you think?
だがローザは見た。しかしってことは、いるってことになる。いるを証明している連中が存在する以上、いるで直ちに決着だ。悪魔の証明の逆パターンってわけだな。
Oh, okay. Never mind.
それに、俺も会いたいんだよ。そして、一体当家に何
Well,
の
if anyone knows anything about zodiac stuff, let me know if you agree with me about Kyrie being a Virgo, because that's what I believe, and I want to be right, and I want someone to agree with me.
それについては私も同感。
Oh, thank you, Crow. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. It's the game. It's talking to me. I know what's up. Like, you know, I got what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
白々しいこと言わないで。狙いは一つよ。お父様の遺産を狙ってるのよ。相続問題に明るい弁護士に今後の作戦を練らせるべきよ。お母様と同格の権利を愛人が主張した場合、私たちの取り分はかっきり半分さらわれることになる。
ちょっとみんな待って。
My favorite family member so far. Let me look at. I mean, okay. Me and Waj were talking about how I'm a lot like Jessica, so in that I think she's probably my faves fam member because I relate to her, but I want to learn more about her, you know, before I'm like, do I kin her? I don't know. And then the fact that she likes Cannon, who was Satoshi's VA, I'm like, ah, that was so sad. I've been in that exact situation. Anyways, it's fine. But other than, I like Natsuhi, but sometimes she gets on my nerves. I think Rudolph's kind of based, honestly. Like, he's kind of stupid, but he's the funny kind of stupid, so I like him. I don't like this abusive bitch, I'll tell you that. Yeah, she is. I was so sad. I was like crying when she started crying. I was like, oh my god, me. He Cause he's like I was saying, like, I usually don't find like older men attractive, but if I were to find anyone, it would be him. You know what I'm saying? It'd be someone like him.
彼は何でも知ってる。きっと私たちの疑問に答えてくれるわ。それまでそういう話はなしにしましょう。さあ子供たち、悪いけれど大人はちょっと込み入った話をしないといけないの。ゲストハウスへ戻っていなさい。
Rosa yelled at the children, slightly overcome with emotion. Whip out the letter already. He's so extra, I want it. Oh my god, stop. I want the children didn't understand why they were suddenly being yelled at this time, but Ava and the rest realized it too late. They were talking so bluntly about the filthy topic of the inheritance right in front of the children. Of course they wouldn't want their children to remain, so they all immediately agreed with Rosa's plan. Cowards.
そうやな。ローザさんの言う通りや。ジョージ。
They're all fucking cowards.
いとこみんなでゲストハウスに戻ってるんや。
Oh yeah, and I still hate George. I don't care. I'll never forget when he said just like I can't wait to like manipulate and use Shannon's emotions for my own entertainment. I'm like, bitch? Bitch? You psycho? Nuh-uh. I still hate him so much. I'm just like, why is this bitch still talking? Shannon, get someone better than this. Shannon, you broke the mirror, like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, come on.
いとこ同士仲良く遊ぶんやで。
ジョージ、言われた通りになさい。いとこみんなを連れて
But
今すぐ出て行くのよ。
Ava's just so mean. I don't know why she's so mean to everyone. Like, it made me so sad when she was saying that to Shannon.
ちょっと待ってよ母さん。僕たちはまだ食事も終えていない。
Like, she is, but I wish she was, like, nicer. Like, she's hot, don't get me wrong. But she makes me sad.
デザートはゴーダさんにゲストハウスに運ばせます。だから出て行きなさい。
Five head Rosa.
ジェシカ、ここから先は大人の話し合いです。行きなさい。
まだ食いかけだってもよ。
ってことは俺だけ例外ってことはないよな。
Yeah.
理解してくれてありがとう、バトラ君。
Also, like, I don't know. When I first was playing, I thought maybe Kirie had some. Like, I still think it. Like, obviously, I still think it's just, you know, Beatrice doing stuff. Which this outfit is so cute. I love it so much. But like, I still think it's just like what happened with Beatrice. And I think Battler's just the stupidest person alive. But if that's not the case and I'm wrong, it's either George because he's a fucking psychopath, or I think Kyrie maybe to get money because I don't know anything else about her, or Goda because I hate him too, or Hideyoshi because I don't trust him. So that's what my theories are. Yeah, I love this outfit's just so cute.
でもあなたラッキーよ。
I hate Goda so much.
どうして？
Fuck him.
私も出て行けるなら出て行きたいもん。
No, he wants all the praise with none. Only. Oh,
違いねえぜ。大人は大人で。
just want to push him over.
楽しい一家団らんをお楽しみくださいって。
Get out of my way.
私も席を外しましょう。
Trip him.
どうやら今夜は私の出番はなさそう
I'm just kind of chill. And that makes me suspicious of him. What the fuck are you gonna do later, Nanjo, huh? You gonna go psycho and kill everyone? Aw, I love you, thank you. Oops. Oops. Danjo quietly rose to his feet. From his seat in the farthest corner, he had been calmly watching the whole discussion without butting in. Surely that reaction of his was very adult, just what you'd expect of a calm old gentleman. When Nanjo rose from his seat, it ended up encouraging the others who were supposed to leave. The children noisily rose from their seats, and as they hurried into the hallway, the servants returned. Yeah, I wanted to change to this one. I thought it was cute, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll change to dish, but I just did it last time, so it's newer.
源氏をお呼びいたしました。
Shut up, Goda.
お屋敷の中の戸締まりの確認に行っておりましたもので、申し訳ございません。
さあ、子供たちはゲストハウスへ。
Thank you.
ゴーダさん、申し訳ないのだけれど、子供たちの分のデザートをゲストハウスへ運んでくれるかしら。
Oh my god! No.
よろしいのですか?
It seemed Goda wasn't amused to see that the dinner he'd worked so hard on interrupted like this. Well, he said not to hear look, so asking her whether that was really okay. Shut the fuck up, stupid bitch. Chad Genji, for real. He is a Chad.
それから私たちにデザートの配膳は不要です。呼び出しがあるまで食堂には近づかないように。これは他の使用人にも伝えること。いいですね。
はい。
Dude, or I'll fucking whip you, bitch ass. Who the fuck do you think you are even? Who are you to doubt her decision, bitch? You're furniture! I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
さあさあ皆さん参りましょうかな。
None of them are furniture. I don't think any of them are, but oh, that man, I know.
マリアさんもこれ以上お母さんを困らせてはいけません。
Mark, you always make it so fun when you're around. I don't know why. Just having your energy makes me. Oh no! It's just me.
Maria-chan.
I hope they're doing well.
僕たちにゲストハウスでベアトリーチェの話を聞かせてくれないかい？ぜひ魔女の話を聞きたいんだ。ね。
ジョージ兄さんは本当にうめえぜ。
You don't know about Umineko? What you mean?
感動するぜ。
本当に子持ちじゃねえのかよ。手慣れすぎだぜ。
I spilled apple juice all over. That's tragic. George's words had completely restored Maria's good mood, and now she took the initiative, telling the others to head to the guest house. Oh, okay. Well, at least she's doing that. I want to read that one day, too. Okay, fair. Fine, fine. It looked like Goda didn't like being kicked out himself, but he didn't disobey Natsuhi, so he left the room with Battler and the rest closing the door.
ご用は何でしょうか、皆さん。
Chaji coming out.
あるわ。たっぷりと。それもみんな。誰から質問するかくじ引きが欲しいくらいよ。
だが誰が一番のくじを引こうとも最初にする質問は同じだと思う。
Who is Beatrice?
違いねえな。源氏さん、正直に答えてくれ。 今貴賓室にいるベアトリーチェってのは何者なんだ？
Your mom. Imagine that's the plot twist. Oh my god, I know. Takano, I like Eva slash Takano's VA. It's just so good. She like really like is good at projecting her emotion into stuff. She says. It's really cool. Yoink, I just grabbed a drink really quick. I feel like a little rat grabbing something from my fridge and scurrying back. Whipping out cold Diet Dr. Pepper. Okay, Hideyoshi's claim that advertising doubled the taste was apparently right. After being chased out, oh, I'm so sorry, excuse me, to the guest house, the kids in Nanjo had gathered in the cousin's room and were eating the cake that Kumo-san had brought for dessert. Okay, now shove Cannon into Jessica right now. Oh, you're so cute. Stop. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're so nice to me. Oh. It was both wonderful and high class, topped with lavish amounts of cream and decorated deliciously with fruits. But delicious as it was, it didn't taste quite as good for some reason. It's because Goda made it, and he's a fucking snake-ass bitch. I know, I really... I just... So edgy, but I want it so bad.
能書きを求めようにも熊沢のばあちゃんに聞いた日にゃこのケーキの原料もサバってことになっちまうぜ。
本当？サバからケーキってで
きる？ええ、このケーキもサバの絞り汁に小麦粉と卵を混ぜて焼き上げると。
Yeah, I definitely like Maria. I feel really, really, really sad when she gets abused. Obviously, like, cause who wouldn't? It's really unfortunate. I really wish her mother wasn't such like an abusive bitch. It was nice to her.
それが本当ならすごいね。お父さんの店の新メニューにサバケーキとか登場するかもしれないよ。
No. Like I for real thought she was good. There was gonna be a scene where she like beats her to death. Like that's what I thought was happening. I was like, this is how it's gonna start.
サバって栄養満点でヘルシーっぽいイメージがあるしよ。女性とかお年寄りに人気が出たりしてな。
It just makes me so sad, like when no one believes her ever. Oh my god, he does invest in Bitcoin. You know, I compared him to Trump the other day. Because he kind of looks like him. Yeah, he would definitely like make a scam NFT.
俺は食わねえけどよ。
女はそんなゲテモノは食わねえぜ。
年寄りも遠慮したいところですな。
Donald Kraus Trump. Oh my god.
おいしいんですけどね。
おいしいですけどね。Kumasawa was really cheering up the mood with her classic mackerel jokes, but the sound of the downpouring rain kept turning their attention towards the mystery guest. How come they're not reading the letter? In the end, they showered Maria with questions again, since she was the only person here to have met Beatrice.
まさかあの話が本当だったとはね。
Yeah, that's because you're fucking stupid, George.
その口ぶりだと マリアが魔女に会ってたって話は、信じてなかったまでにも、初耳じゃねってことらしいな。
I felt bad in chapter 1 when she got thrown out by Natsuhi. Because I was like, ugh, she's just an old lady. She doesn't know what the fuck's happening.
夢見がちなお年頃のよくあるおとぎ話くらいに思ってたぜ。
Or maybe she does, what do I know?
いる！ベアトリーチェはいる！毎年親族会議に来るたびにマリアは会って一緒に遊んでた。
All the servants, yeah, oh, that was so sad that they were doing that.
そうですね。ベアトリーチェ様は普段はお姿をお見せになりませんけど、心が綺麗で素直な方の前にはひょっこり姿を現していたずらをすることもあるそうですからね。
Beatrice referred to that character in the. It's not a fairy tale, so. Why am I at fucking Battler's perspective again? I'm gonna get so tilted. Beatrice referred to the character in the fairy tale about the Rokkenjima witch. To keep Kinzo in a good mood, the family and servants acted as though they believed in the witch of his delusions. Beatrice! To keep Kinzo in a good mood. Oops, I already read that. That's how Rokkenjima's fairy tale, or maybe ghost story, had come into being. To the family members who knew that backstory, the fairy tale of the Golden Witch wasn't something to be taken too seriously. However, they were never able to say that out loud in front of Kinzo. Because of that, the legend of the witch carried a lot more weight to someone like young Maria. I was so mad when Beatrice literally appeared in front of him and he was like, I don't believe in you. And I'm like, are you... Oh, I had to take deep breaths. Because of that, the legend of the witch carried a lot more weight to someone young like Maria, who didn't know the story of how it had come into being. That's why Maria believed in the legend of the witch. She accepted it entirely, because she's based as fuck. Yeah! I have new emotes! Yes, there's a Shion one and a Sayaka one, and there's 2 more coming, or that are being approved. There's another Shion emote, and a Bunny Love one that's gonna come. So, they're on the way. They're just waiting they're pending approval, but, you know, it's a sleep emote and a heart emote, so I really don't see why they wouldn't be approved. So, just waiting for those. And then more emotes also to come eventually. But yay, I'm glad you like it. That was only natural for an imaginative girl who believed in witches. So people had avoided saying things that would betray her dream. Yay, I'm excited too. Thank you. On the contrary, they had worked together to say and do things that would help liven up her dreams without her knowing.
だから、マリアちゃんがベアトリーチェにもらったお菓子と言って僕らに見せびらかすことがあっても、多分誰かがそういうことにして、マリアちゃんの手提げの中にこっそり飴玉でも忍ばせたのだろうって思ってた。
私も昔に2度か3度、こっそりお菓子を置いてあげたことがあります。おそらく熊沢さんにも、いや、使用人の皆さんや後ろ宮家の皆さんも1度や2度はあるんじゃないでしょうか。
無邪気な小さい子が喜ぶなら、口裏を合わせてお菓子を置いてくこともあるか。ってことは、ジョージの兄貴なんかだいぶやってそうだな。
まあね。
It'd probably be boorish to admit such a thing out loud. George admitted it while being extremely worried that Maria didn't find out.
つまりサンタクロースみたいなもんか。子供の夢を守るために両親がグルで嘘をついて寝静まったこの枕元にプレゼントを置いていたと。
子供の夢って守ってあげたいし、私は当然サンタなんていないってとっくに知ってるわけだけど、もし覚めなくてもいい夢だったなら一生信じていたかったぜ。
Me too, girl.
世の中は世知辛いばかりだと知ってしまうからこそ、大人はせめて子供の綺麗な夢を守ってやりたいと。
ベアトリーチェはいるの？いる！
へえ、いますとも。ベアトリーチェ様はおりますよ。この前もですね、サバを干して紅茶の出汁に使おうとしておりましたら、そこへひょっこり。
まあつまりこういう調子だったはずなんだけどね。
つまり。
Oh yeah, and then I saw the frickin' Rika look-alike. Well, I was like, seems a lot like Rika, but I wasn't 100% sure, but I was like, seems a lot like it, but I'm not totally sure, but not like Rika.
マリアを除けば誰も信じてなかったはずの魔女ってわけだ。
少し言葉が足りないね。信じてなかったんじゃない。信じさせてあげようとしたんだ。
So this is not about betraying a child's innocence, but Santa doesn't exist in reality. Burn Castle. Huh. If you don't want kids to be all disappointed when they learn the truth, you'd be better off not showing them that dream then in the first place. I don't know about that. Is the fact that I think like this proof I'm still a long way from becoming a full adult? Yes, bitch! You don't know what the fuck to think. Why am I back at Battler's perspective? I don't want to be on his perspective. The true nature of the Rokenjima witch was finally starting to take shape in Battler's mind. I don't care about his mind. Okay, well that's not true. I'm just being a little... sorry. Being a little aggressive right now. However, their current situation overrode this understanding. And in fact, it completely overturned its very premise.
という認識だったはずの魔女のベアトリーチェ様が実際に現れちまったと。そういうことか。
Oops, one second.
しかもだ、おじさんたちの騒ぎを見る限り、どうも招かれた客でもないらしい。こりゃ面白そうな話だぜ。
ベアトリーチェという女性が実在しないという前提は実は存在しない。ルドルフおじさんも言っていた悪魔の証明そのものだよ。ベアトリーチェと名乗る女性の存在を僕たちは誰も知らなかった。でもだからといってそれがベアトリーチェが実在する可能性を否定できるわけじゃない。
南條先生はじいさまとの付き合いが長いですよね。
一時期親族会議でクラウスさんたちに随分と聞かれた話ですな。その昔金蔵さんにベアトリーチェという愛人がいて、その隠し子がいるのではないかという話です。
なるほどな。親父たちは遺産分配で頭がいっぱいだ。そこに愛人の娘なんてのが現れれば面倒なことになるのは火を見るより明らかってわけだ。
クラウスさんたちも最初は源氏さんに聞かれたのでしょう。しかし源氏さんは金蔵さんに忠誠を誓う側近で、多分私よりも金蔵さんが心を許す親友です。源氏さんは多分何も語らなかったのでしょう。それで次に古い友人である 私の方に話を聞こうということになったのでしょうな。
で、結論として南條先生。
おりました。いえ、私は会ったことはありませんぞ。ですが、そういう女性と交際があったと金蔵さんから聞かされたことはありました。相当昔にお亡くなりになられたそうで。
死んだ。
Well, he trapped her for whatever
その間
reason.
に子供がいたとか。
それはわかりません。
Ew,
た
I
だ
hope
金蔵
not.
さんはベアトリーチェを蘇らせるために研究をしていると常々言っておりました。普通は愛人を失い忘れがたみがいたならばそちらにその分の愛情を注ぐものです。
I don't know if that's true about usually. I'd say sometimes that happens, but sometimes they resent the child too.
ですから金蔵さんとベアトリーチェの間に子供はいなかったろうと私たちは自然に考えました。
ってことは、それも悪魔の証明になっちまうな。
なるぜ。愛人との間に子供がいなかったことは証明不能。現にこうして現れた以上、いたってことになっちまうわけか。
少し暴力的な理論だね。後宮家の遺産問題でトラブルが生じていることを聞きつけ、何者かが
No, you're wrong, George, and stupid, so just shut up.
それを装って遺産問題に食い込もうとしているとかの方が現実的。
現実的ではある。しかし、本当に彼女が隠し子で、しかもその上、じい様に顧みられなくて。
復讐？なんだよそれ。
ああ、すまんすまん。男なんだよ。ついつい面白そうな方に脚色しちまうぞ。妙なドラマの見過ぎだな。
Normally that might have come off as a light joke, but the joke had landed after an uninvited mystery guest calling herself Beatrice had marched in on the day of the family conference where the bloody argument that the inheritance had become took center stage. There was no way Battler's joke would become welcomed with laughter. So it was a really big help when Nanjo laughed brightly to calm everyone down.
なるほどなるほど。それはなかなか面白そうですな。そんな筋書きの小説をぜひ読んでみたいものです。
まあ、現実にはそんなことはできねえと思う。何しろよ。今、この島には、ひーふーみー。18人もいるんだぜ。妙なことをすればすぐにでも取り押さえられちまう。それに、台風のおかげで島から逃げ出すこともできない。つまり、とんでもない事件を起こそうにも、どうにもならねえってことさ。
同感だね。退路の断たれた袋小路で、しかも十分怪しまれているような状況下で、そんな恐ろしい復讐劇なんかとてもできるとは思わないね。
でしょうな。ならば姿など現さずに暗躍しての復讐の方が現実味が堂々と姿を現して仇討ちなど時代劇の中でしか考えられませんな。
わからねえぜ。復讐ってのは感情でやるもんだ。理屈じゃねえぜ。それこそ差し違えてでもなんて考えたら別に警察も人数も退路がなくても何も怖くはないかもしれねえぜ。
大丈夫だよ。
Shut the fuck up, George! Why are you always against Jessica? Every time Jessica says anything, George shoots it down. I swear! Ugh! Shut the fuck up! I hate you. I hate you.
遺産をめぐっておじさんたちがバトルロイヤルってのが物騒なことじゃねえってんならな。
そうだよな。
Oh, that smile is so big.
父さんもルドルフおじさんも体格いいし、エヴァおばさんなんか格闘技習ってんでしょ。大丈夫だよね。
I wonder what the letter says. Jessica didn't say it out loud, but she vaguely noticed that her own father stood in opposition to all the other siblings on the inheritance issue. They usually played nice in front of the children, but when that pretense was lifted away, like it had been at dinner, the result would be a tumultuous uproar. After realizing this, it was only natural for Jessica to be frightened at the thought that her parents might get caught up in some kind of trouble and become human sacrifices for something terrifying.
だよな。ジョージの兄貴の言う通りだ。
No, he's not. Shut up. Of course the men are wrong, as per usual.
魔女様の名前を語ろうとも魔法も使えない人間の女が一人で何ができるってんだ。
You're so dumb. Carrie and Maria fucking laugh at these idiots. The sudden creepy laugh made all of them jump. And when they realized the strange laugh was coming from Maria, they were shocked again.
そうなんだ。それがバトラの認識なんだね。
何かだよ。気色悪い声で笑うんじゃねえぜ。
バトラはベアトリーチェの存在をとりあえずは認めてる。19人目の客人程度には認めてる。でもそこまでだね。19人目のベアトリーチェが魔女であることは認めてないね。
突然何を言い出すかと思えばそりゃそうだろ。魔女なんているわけがねえ。それを語る人間の女しかありえねえだろうが。
あれおかしいよバトラ。それは悪魔の証明だよ。魔女なんているわけがねえ。でもそれはバトラが魔女に会ったことがないというだけで魔女の存在を否定することにはならないね。
Yeah, fuck you, Battler.
そうだな。確かにそうだ。魔女がいねえを証明することはできない。しかし証明はできなくても主張はできる。魔女はいねえという俺の主張だ。
どうして魔女はいないなんて証明できないくせに主張できるの？
そんなものはいねえからだよ。
それで QED？ 何の証拠も根拠もなく証明終了？無知が自分の浅が草を棚上げする時の典型例。暴力的思考停止だね。
となりゃ答えは一つだぜマリア。魔女側の反証しかねえってことだろ。これまた悪魔の証明だ。連れてくりゃ話は早い。この場合はベアトリーチェと名乗るご婦人がお星様がキラキラ飛び散るような華麗な魔法を人間には不可能なことをやってみせればいいってことだろ。
No, because she fucking already did that and you're stupid as fuck and didn't accept it. I hate you, Battler. Well, I don't actually hate him, but he's so stupid.
落ち着いてくださいな。
Tomosawa noticed that the atmosphere between them was getting worse and tried to calm them. It seemed as though Battler quickly realized he wasn't acting like an adult, but Maria's expression didn't loosen. As she laughed creepily, she kept staring at Battler.
マリアももうよせよ。機嫌直そうぜ。な。
I'm on Maria's side.
それが望みならベアトリーチェはきっと見せてくれるよ。人間には不可能なこと。そしたらバトラも信じるんだよね、ベアトリーチェのこと。
そいつを拝ましてくれたら信じてやろう。
魔女とバトラの議論のチェスだね。チェックメイトされたらバトラは魔女を信じる。
おお、洒落た例えだぜ。魔女が魔法を見せる。俺のキングにチェックをかける。俺は人間でも何らかの手段で再現可能だとイチャモンをつけてキングを逃がす。それができなきゃチェックメイトってのは確かにいい例えだ。
バトラ、チェスというのは相手も自分も同じ動きの駒を持ってる。だから相手の手も読める。でもね、相手の駒がバトラの駒よりさらに不思議な動きができることを魔女のはずないからと、ベアトリーチェの動かす駒の動きを自分とどうせ同じだと決めつけている。でもね、悪いけどバトラのチェスの相手は人間じゃない。魔女なの。人間にはさせない駒の動きができる。バトラは今そこの認識を間違えているの。バトラはキリエおばさんのチェス盤思考って好きでしょ？
ああ、相手の立場に立っての思考術ってやつを気に入ってるぜ。
だからダメなの。相手は魔女なのにバトラはそれを認め、だから魔女のさせる手を理解できずチェス盤思考が通じない。相手の認識を間違えている。チェス盤思考の一番最初の前提が崩れてる。
おお、そう来るかよ。
そなたは魔女とのチェスに勝てぬ。
その後のことはわかりません。私たち使用人は食堂に近づくなと厳命されましたもので。
なるほどね。それでシャノンはそのベアトリーチェという人物に以前会ったことはある？
わかりません。
That was a slightly odd way to see it. It didn't quite sound as if she was saying her memory was hazy.
私たち使用人にとってベアトリーチェ様はお屋敷のもう一人の主です。親方様に感化されてそうだと吹聴しているというふうにおっしゃる方もおられますが、私がここへ勤め始めた時からベアトリーチェ様の話はすでに囁かれておりました。
前に聞いたよ。敬わないと呪われたりして実際に事故に遭った使用人もいるんでしょ？
ええ、ただ信じる信じないに個人差があったのは確かです。私はそういうものには敬いを忘れないのが信条ですので、存在を疑ったことはありません。黄金の魔女というその不確かな存在がきっといるとおぼろげに信じていました。
それで実際にその不確かな存在の魔女が姿を現して堂々と玄関からやってきたということなのかな？
わかりません。私には何も。
シャノンは夕食を運んだ時に何か話はした？
いいえ、何も。
そっか。しかしご飯を食べる魔女というんじゃなんだかリアリティがないね。やっぱりこの島の魔女伝説を知る何者かがベアトリーチェの名を語っているだけなんだろうね。シャノンちゃんはベアトリーチェを多分お屋敷の守り神みたいに思って敬ってきた気持ちがあると思う。だからそれを名乗る人物が現れたので少し動揺しちゃったんじゃないかな。
そうですね。きっとそうなんじゃないかと思います。
George was slightly at a loss at what to do about Shannon's downcast appearance. Maybe not just Genji, but even the young servants had been ruthlessly questioned, as to whether they knew anything about this Beatrice person. Thinking that, he tried to cheer her up somehow. Surely, just like Maria and Jessica, Shannon was unable to fully hide the agitation caused by the sudden visit of this person calling herself the Golden Witch. He'd been so sure that was the case. But George had probably no way of looking into Shannon's heart. Shannon was bitter and sad. The door to the Golden Land would be opened. The witch had definitely told her that. That meant the demise of everything. Even if she accepted the ring from George, they would never be married now. No, in the first place. Did furniture like her even have the right to be married? You're not furniture, girl. Plus, see, I don't understand why Shannon's sad, because Beatrice would definitely revive her if they're friends. So, that's dramatic. Even if the witch hadn't come to signal their demise, wasn't their relationship fated to fail sooner or later? Had she turned her gaze to focus solely on those fun days spent with George while purposely closing her eyes to the sad reality?
どうしたんだい？さっきから本当に元気がない。
ジョージさん、婚約って何でしょうか？
結婚の約束をするという意味だよ。でも、僕はその意味において、結婚と同じものだと考えてる。本当なら、僕は今すぐにでも、君をめとって家へ連れ帰りたい。でも僕は今、修行中の身で、まだまだ自らの城を築き上げる力量がない。だからこそ、一人前になって初めて、胸を張って君を連れ帰りたいんだ。それは遠い未来の話じゃない。ほんの3年ほどを待ってほしいというだけの話なんだ。でも僕は、だからといって3年間、自分の気持ちを偽っていたくない。だから、婚約指輪を贈ろうと決めたんだ。それは、男として情けない理由かもしれない。妻と仕事を両立できないから待ってほしいなんて理由での婚約なんて情けないものかもしれない。でも僕は決して君を。
ありがとうございます。ジョージさんにとって婚約指輪が恋人に贈るプレゼントの一つではないということが分かりました。
当然だよ。婚約指輪はただのアクセサリーじゃない。尊い約束を指輪の形で残す恋人たちの宣誓なんだ。
I've heard this song before.
だとすると、すぐにも結婚するなら不要なものということになりますよね。
その時は婚約指輪じゃない、結婚指輪として渡すよ。どちらにせよ、君に指輪を贈ることに変わりはないのさ。
この女は俺のものだから誰も手を出すなよっていう売約札みたいなものですね。
いや、そんな意味じゃ。
George knew that he was weak by nature, so true. When he'd been captivated by Shannon and had sworn to become an excellent man, he had also sworn to throw away that weak part of himself. So even if he had to be blunt about it, he chose to answer a little roughly. He was sure that doing so would bolster and reassure Shannon.
いや、その通りかもしれない。さよ。君を僕の妻にする。他の誰にもやらない。僕だけのものにする。だから、誰も手を出すな。そういう指輪だよ。間違いない。
ありがとうございます、ジョージさん。 本当に嬉しいです。
Then George said, if it was decided by fate that this engagement ring, that this promise could never be fulfilled, would you still give it to me? Shannon tried to ask that, but she swallowed her words, because George had already spoken the answer. George had said it. He had said that to him an engagement ring was infinitely similar to a wedding ring. Therefore, accepting George's ring had a significance far more sacred than a promise to marry.
だから僕はあえてこれを婚約、今からこれは婚約じゃない、結婚指輪だ。
いいのでしょうか。神様の祝福もなく私たちが結ばれたことを勝手に
うん。神様も父さんも母さんも全て事後報告で十分さ。僕たちが二人は結ばれたと一方的に宣言する、それは誰にも覆せない。
ジョージさん、
僕は一時の感情で言ってるんじゃない。今だけの君を見て言ってるんじゃない。明日の君も明後日の君も、それこそ未来の老後の君すらも見据えて言っている。
いつもジョージさんが話していることですよね。元気な子供や孫たちに囲まれてゆっくりとした老後を過ごしたいって。
うん。その時僕の隣には年老いた君がいる。それを僕は予告、いや予言するよ。うん。必ずその日は訪れるから。
必ず訪れますか。信じてもいいですか。
うん。必ず。絶対。それを言葉でない形で証明するのがこの。
見せてください。
え、これさ。
George, thinking he was being told to show her the ring, hurriedly took out the ring box. Even though he had practiced so much, he hadn't been able to do it cool. Aww. Oh, she's cute but stupid for liking George. But Shannon wasn't looking at that. And her straight gaze, lol. In her straight and direct gaze were vague tears and a smile. She focused her eyes on George's eyes, no, on something she could see beyond his eyes.
その未来を見せてください。
ああ、見せるよ。必ず。約束する。老後までじゃない。死んだ後も。僕らは魂になっても、ずっとずっと一緒にいる。
Shannon wiped away her tears and took the ring box. Inside was a diamond ring worthy of blessing the two of them. George said the line that he'd practiced over and over again inside his head.
その指輪を好きな指にはめて、それを返事にしてほしいんだ。つまり明日の朝までに。
Shannon smiled, took the ring, and with a completely natural movement put it on the ring finger of her left hand. That's very cute. It really had looked like such a natural, ordinary movement, and for a while George was stunned.
これが私のお返事です、ジョージさん。
シャノン。いや、さよ。
魂になってもずっとずっと一緒です、ジョージさん。
There was no blessing from God, no pastor to witness, nothing. But the two who were married claimed it. Two souls were joined here today. Alright, Cannon. Now's your turn. Oh, here he is! Ah, I'm psychic! What can I say?
そうかな。
家具のくせに。
Cannon, you are the most traumatized man in this house. You need to go to therapist.
家具のくせに。
私、家具じゃないよ。も
う。嘘だ。どうして自分を騙すんだよ。人間になんか絶対になれないって知ってるくせに。黄金鏡へ行かなきゃ人間になれないって知ってるくせに。なのに、どうして黄金鏡へ生きる約束を自分で保護に。
そっか。指輪を受け取ったら、ベアトリーチェ様との約束がなかったことになっちゃうんだってね。
You can be happy too! I know, that's what I'm saying.
ごめんね。
あとは、僕も姉さん。
Cannon, you could have been up in there with Jessica. I'm just saying. Ugh, such a shame, man.
13人が生贄にされる。
He's gonna be fun. I don't want Jessica to die, but I kind of want Jessica to die so that he's like, fuck, I love her. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, my heart, I loved her.
5人しか黄金鏡に招かれない。その一石を自分で消えるなんて。
おかしいね。未練があるのはカノン君の方みたいだね。
It looks like you're the one with the regrets, actually.
未練があるのは姉さんの方じゃないか。婚約しちゃったんだろう。果たせない運命なのを知りながら。
ずっとずっと永遠に一緒だよって約束した。だからね、その瞬間に私たちの永遠は完成したの。たとえ私たちが生贄になってしまうとしても、もう完成してるの。だからいいの。未練があるのはむしろカノン君の方。私たちは家具なんでしょ。私たちはどういう結果になろうとも解放される。なら黄金鏡に行けるか行けないかなんてどうでもいいことじゃない。なのにカノン君は黄金鏡へ行くことに固執してる。どうしても人間になりたいんでしょ。どうして？
人間になりたいからだよ。家具はもう嫌だ。
どうして？
僕も恋がしたかったんだ。
Tears were coming from Cannon's eyes, and he
お嬢
howled.
様のことが
Aww.
好きだった。
No!
そしてあの日のお嬢様の姿を見てもっと好きになった。そしてお嬢様も僕のことが好きだと分かってすごく嬉しかった。
So I can't hear this with Satoshi's VA. I can't I
でも僕は核でお嬢様の気持ちを受け止めることはできなくて。
That's too much for me. Stop.
それが勘違い
My
だって。
heart is going up.
私たちは家具かもしれない。人間以下かもしれない。でも恋をする資格がないわけじゃなかった。
添い遂げられぬ思いならない方がマシだって思った。いつか自分も消え去る日が来て、それがきっとお嬢様を傷つけるなんて勝手に決めつけて。違うんだ。僕が怯えていただけだ。僕は永遠になれない恋ならしない方がマシだって怯えてただけなんだ。
I'm gonna cry. Stop.
セミは生涯のうち
Stop. Stop.
数十
Stop.
回
No!
に
I'm
わずかな
gonna
期間で恋をして消えていくんだって。
cry. Don't talk about bugs dying. Now I'm crying. What the fuck? Nature is cruel. I don't want bugs to die. Don't talk about. Why is Shannon making me? Okay.
数週間で終わる恋だからと恋をしないセミはいないんじゃないかな。
Stop talking about that. So funny. Oh my god, me and Cannon for real in the same cry. Just together. This is so funny. It seemed that Cannon was not his regrets, but by now it just was all jumbled with his sobs. Ah! Stop me! Ugh. When did he go last? Well, I don't know what Beatrice. I don't know. Beatrice confuses me.
僕にどうしてこんな気持ちを植え付けて。
Oh my god, his voice there! I can't!
あいつ
How old is this voice
妙
actor?
ないたずらをしなければ僕は
Tracking
お嬢
that
様
man
のことなん
down.
か
Just kidding.
気にならなかったのに。
Sorry.
ベアトリーチェ様はひどいね。カノン君にそうやって悔し泣きをさせるために運命をいたずらした。でも魔女の思惑は多分だって。
Knowing love isn't a regret that ties you to life. It is the destination we're supposed to reach in our journey through life. Ugh. Hello, Queen. I don't know how to feel about it. I go back and forth between loving her and being like, why are you doing this? That makes me sad.
せっかくの約束はこれで遂行だな。さてさて、これにてすべての駒の条件は同じよ。駒は18。生き残る5人は誰か。
Who will the 5 survivors be?
それと
This song is cool too.
誰かがこの儀式を打ち壊してみせるか。誰がどうやってこれはチェスプロブレムではない。対等なゲームだ。わらわだけが一方的に詰めるわけではない。そなたはわらわの詰めから懸命に逃れ続け、引き分け無効試合に持ち込むことができる。まあせいぜいそなたにできるのはそれを延々と繰り返すのが関の山よ。そしておそらくそれはそなたにとってそう難しいことではあるまい。しかしそなたは永遠に続く無効試合にやがて精神をすり減らし、やがその時にこそ敗北を受け入れわらわに屈服することになるであろう。対等なゲームといった理由、それはわらわにも敗北の条件を設けてあることだ。負けのないゲームほど退屈なものはないのでな。わらわを負かす方法、それはわらわの肖像画に捧げられたあの碑文よ。あれこそは黄金鏡の扉の開き方にして同時に儀式を打ち破る鍵でもある。 わらわは碑文に従い儀式を完遂する。そなたは碑文の謎を解き、儀式を打ち破り、わらわを滅ぼす。碑文に隠された謎を解き、わらわが金蔵に値し莫大なる黄金のありかを暴いてみせよ。
Is this what she wrote in the letter?
こたびのゲームはどういう結末を見せるのやら。
So cute,
健
though. I
闘
will
を
say
期待
that.
するぞ。わらわを楽しませてみせろよ。後ろ宮バトラー。
異論はない。私と夏日は認める。
信じられないし、それが現実なのね。
夏日、言葉を少し選びなさい。彼女は当家の最高の賓客なの
だ。わしらも認める。グーの根も出えへん。
Are they in a church? What the fuck?
へえ、認めるわ。
Is this the letter? It must be
一
the
点の
letter.
文句もない。まさか本当に素直にあなたに尊敬の念を。
私もよ。すごいわ。純粋に尊敬する。だから
俺も認めるぜ。未だに信じられねえ。
Yes, me and Jensen Lai.
悪魔を証明しちまったあんたの勝ちだ。
悪魔の証明はそなたが好む証明不能への便利な言い訳だったが、あだになったよ。
いじめるなよ魔女様。俺はもうあんたを認めてるぜ。降参だ。
キリエ、まだ異論があるか。わらわは全員一致しか好まぬ。お前一人がわらわの存在を認めぬならば。
As the witch laughed boldly, the siblings started getting frantic. They were afraid of displeasing the witch. Kyrie lightly closed her eyes, and after keeping silent for a while, opened her mouth.
ごめんなさい、降参よ。
Only Kyrie had faced the witch with stern eyes in the end. However, this only resulted in her refusing to accept the truth for a short time. The truth, the being that was before her eyes, couldn't be denied. Devils had already been proven.
私も認めるわ。あなたはベアトリーチェ、後宮家の顧問錬金術師。
Yeah, this is episode 2, yeah.
そして偉大なる魔法の使い手、魔女であることを認めざるを得ない。
Yeah, you did. I was like, wow. And the part where he like yelled at her too. That made me so sad. Oh my god, that was so cool, the like concert thingy. That was like so cute. The second day, October 5th, 1986. What is that sound that always fills my ears? Is it the sound of the rain, the sound of a waterfall, or could it be radio static? If not, I want it to be the sound of blood flowing through my body. I want it to be the sound of blood circulating through me, telling me that I'm still alive.
朝なのか。
The light entering through the crack in the curtain was faint, but it at least told him that dawn had broken. Kinzo, still in the position he'd been when he woke up, still sitting in a chair and looking up at the ceiling, felt the blood slowly travel throughout his body. Judging by the clock, it was early in the morning, 6 on the dot. No matter how tired he was, no matter how deeply he slept, he always woke up at exactly this time, as though he had measured it with an hourglass. He didn't think of this as something to boast about, but he told himself that as long as he could still manage this, his health couldn't be that bad.
朝を迎えたということは、どうやら最初の生贄は逃れたということらしい。
Can I cheat and look at system? No.
ルーレットの目が幸運だったのか、我が努力の賜物なのか。区別のつかぬところがなんとももどかしいが、それは言うまい。
Kinzo was struck by a faint desire to see beyond the study door. After all, he might find the traces of someone's vain struggle to break through the door. A sign that someone had tried to select him as one of the first 6 sacrifices.
人間とは安っぽい生き物だな。人事を尽くして天命を待ちながら幸運を得られた時にはそれが単なる幸運ではなく己の技量によるものだったとうぬぼれたくもなる。
That was why he wanted to check whether there was a wretched mark on the door. The very desire was human. That was why Kinzo did not check. He often rejected desires that came to him because he was human. By doing that, he could become immersed in a feeling of sufficiency, as though he himself had become a being that surpassed humans. Yeah, keep dreaming, buddy. He recognized human desires for what they were and guarded against them. Things that a human would want to do, he resisted. This eccentricity and rebellious nature had surely given him a rare genius, making it possible for him to succeed in his exploits as he revived the Ushiromiya family in a single generation.
さて、ベアトリーチェ。
Literally, yeah. He's like, I ignore my hunger signals. That's what they call Giga Chad.
お前が取った6つの駒は何なのか。そして次なる手はどう来るのか。楽しませてもらうぞ。私の守りは完璧だ。前回のような無様はさらさぬぞ。
The servants woke early. They had to open the curtains, prepare breakfast, and complete various other tasks to welcome the guests to a new day. Ugh, damn it! No, why did he live? Oh, no, 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 no. No, this is not a good sign. Goda was the most enthusiastic. During the family conference, he had been told, to concentrate his efforts, especially on cooking. Ugh. I'm so disappointed. I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. and he'd been specially exempted from several tasks that the servants normally must do. Goda, who is a show-off bitch-ass whore, seemed to be feeling I thought that said patriarchy. Even though that's not a word. Because I was getting mad and I was like, patriarchy, I hate him. Anyways, feeling particularly superior because of that. He he let Genji and the rest prepare the rest of the mansion and worked on making breakfast in the kitchen. Genji split the work with Shannon and Cannon. Okay, so they made it. And they carried out various tasks. Shannon headed to the dining hall and knocked. Last year, the family conference had continued into the early hours of the morning. It wouldn't have been odd this year if this year's conference had done the same. Considering the possibility that they were still having a discussion inside, she knocked. You just stop. No, don't defend him. OMG. But there was no response, so she opened the door and said good morning.
おはようございます。いらっしゃいませんか?
The room was cold, and the conference seemed to have ended a long time before. There was a tea set on the table from which they'd probably been drinking, arranged in a way that would make it easy to clean up. Cleaning up the tea was the servant's job. If the family members were extra generous and cleaned it up themselves, the servants would lose face. So it was truly a pleasant act of kindness for the family to only do this much. As she approached the table to clean it, she noticed something like a memo that had been left near the utensils and cups. Since it was right next to the tea set, Shannon picked it up, naturally thinking it was a memo for the servant doing the cleaning. Written there was not a request, nor was it a thanks for prepping the tea. There was just a single word. Shannon looked at it blankly and read it aloud. Chapel. That's where they were talking to Beatrice. Ruh-roh. Dude, I literally was thinking of saying ruh-roh before I even read you writing what-woh. OMG. Ruh-roh raggy. A small sound kept repeating over and over. Normally, that sound would have been too trivial to be worth caring about. If only I could stop hearing it soon, I could go back to sleep right away, she thought vaguely. But no matter how much time passed, she did not end. He repeated over and over, shut up. Who is it? Banging on the door this whole time. As soon as she realized, she woke up. Someone was knocking. Is it Cannon checking if she's alive? Then she noticed that it wasn't just a knock, but a voice as well.
Rosa-sama.
Oh no.
Rosa-sama. おはようございます。
待って、今行きます。
Well, the abusive one, didn't I? It had been Genji's voice. Yeah, sorry, I know I'm putting my fantasies in here. Looking at the clock, it wasn't even 7 yet. It was clearly too early to wake the guests. Had something happened that was bad enough to cause this? Well, surely. She felt her sleepiness increasingly fade thanks to this premonition of misfortune, though Genji was a servant. Rosa had known him since her childhood days, so even though she was slightly defenseless in her pajamas, she opened the door a crack and answered.
おはようございます。
おはようございます。
早朝から申し訳ございません。
Everyone is dead. I killed them. Die. Pow!
何かあったの?
Yeah, Genjis are cool.
はい、実は礼拝堂に。
Genji whispered something into Rose's ear. For a second, it seemed Rose I can just imagine all the things he can whisper. For a second, it seemed Rosa couldn't understand what she'd been told. After having it repeated several times, she realized that apparently something strange had happened. Rosa closed her door for a second, changed her clothes quickly, and followed Genji towards the mansion. Oh, for gosh sakes. Drawing it out. The chapel requires some, oh my god, some explanation. It wasn't in the mansion, but a grovel behind it a short walk's distance away. It had been built at the same time as the mansion, so though its walls had been repaired many times, making it look new from the outside, it was a very old building. Rosa dashed through the rain along with Genji. Just like that previous night, the rain was falling in earnest. Eventually, the chapel came into sight from beyond a thin grove. Just looking at it from the outside, it seemed a place of dazzling beauty where a pair of young lovers might want to get married. However, Kinzo apparently viewed it as a very sacred place, so Rose and her siblings had been given strict instructions not to approach it unnecessarily. Even though they were all grown up now, approaching the chapel for any reason would still make them feel guilty and also afraid, as their father might get angry and hit them in the face. Well, you know where she got it from. The servants' silhouettes could be seen in front of the chapel's entrance. Goda, Shannon, and Cannon, which meant that all the servants on the morning shift had gathered. A short while ago, Genji had spoken to Rosa, telling her what the situation was. However, without laying eyes on it directly, she definitely hadn't been able to understand. Oh my god, it was probably the same for all the servants gathered here as well. Without seeing it with their own eyes, they wouldn't be able to understand what was going on. Yeah, no fucking shit, because I don't understand what's going on because you're not showing me. Oh my god, game. Sorry. On the door to the entrance to the chapel was something very large, drawn with a creepy, stringy paint that was made of thick blood. Whatever, I don't care if I read that wrong. Something creepy like a magic circle. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll stop yelling. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell that loudly. I'm just very passionate. You know, sometimes it just... I just can't control it sometimes. Just kidding. I'll keep it under control. The servants looked at each other. Goda was the first to open his mouth. Of course he was.
申し訳ございません。普段はここへは立ち入りませんもので、いつ書かれたのかはわかりません。
じゃあ、最初に見つけたのは誰？
I wonder if Maria died.
食堂へお茶の道具の片付けに行きましたら、礼拝堂と書かれたメモ
Maybe
があったもので。
Jessica, maybe the kids died. Shannon held out the memo with a shaking hand.
誰の字？兄さんや姉さんの字ではないわね。それで、あなたはここへ来てこれを見つけたのね。
はい。
ローザ様、これを。
Happy Halloween. Cannon pointed at a single line of English written below the creepy magic circle. Until it had been pointed out to her, she thought it was just another part of the magic circle. There, following the words were written in English, Happy Halloween for Maria. Aww. Happy Halloween for Maria. Yesterday, only one person had said Happy Halloween to Maria. The key phrase matched. It was the Golden Witch Beatrice. That's so sad, only one person said Happy Halloween.
マリアは？あの子、いとこたちと一緒に寝てるはずよね。確認した？
申し訳ございません。マリア様のお名前が書かれていたことにはまだ確認しておりません。至急。
何やってんの？私はマリアの様子を見てきます。それからクラウス兄さんたちに
Dude,
も知
why
らせ
don't you
て。
just open the chapel and check, you dumb
以後の対応の指示を受けて。
little things. After saying that much, Rosa finally noticed something was odd. Her own rank in this family conference was the lowest of the 4 siblings. Why had she been the only one called during an abnormal situation like this when the other siblings hadn't been, even if Maria's name had popped up?
はい、旦那様にご連絡申し上げようとしたのですが、お姿が見当たらず。
奥様もお部屋におられません。シーツの様子からすると、昨夜はベッドに戻られていないのかもしれません。
Rosa felt something creepy crawling slowly up her back.
礼拝堂の中確認した。
いえ、まだです。確認しようとはしたのですが。
実は礼拝堂の鍵は特別で、まず1本だけある鍵でしか開けられないのですが、その鍵がキーボックスから紛失しているのです。
Interesting. She didn't want to get close to the door without the creepy magic circle if she could. Rosa readied herself and approached, then tried pushing and pulling the knob. All she felt was the resistance of the sturdy lock.
入れる窓などがないか探してはみたのですが、もし中を確認するのでしたら窓を破らなければならないかと思います。いかがいたしましょう。
そんな許可私に出せるわけがないわ。お父様の大切な礼拝堂なのよ。
At that time, the events of the previous days swirled around in the back of Rosa's mind. That's right, when I met that witch in the rose garden. Didn't she hand Maria an envelope? Yeah, what the fuck was in the envelope? Yeah, there's no mistake, she did hand it over. When Maria tried to open it, the witch told her not to do it yet, and then she surely said, "The time to open that will come soon." Rosa was sure there could be no mistake. The envelope Maria had received was... After dashing back to the guest house, Rosa approached the cousin's room while hiding her footsteps, softly opened the door and peered inside. From the inside, she could hear the healthily snores of typical young people. There were 4 children, and Maria was there, sleeping soundly. Breathing a sigh of relief, she entered the room with quiet footsteps. She was after Maria's handbag, which was resting on the sofa. Maria always liked carrying her trousers around with her. She was probably emulating how her mother always carried her makeup with her. Of course, she was just imitating her mother, so everything on the inside was junk. Truly. In Maria's case, it was full of small, creepy, occult items, notebooks describing things of that nature, and so on. Rosa had never been happy to see her daughter walking around with things like that, which weren't girlish at all. However, trying to force Maria to stop had resulted in a big fight, so she decided to let it be. Don't open that, that's not yours. A Western envelope with the crest of the golden... What about the one that Beatrice gave you, bitch? You abusive whore. A Western envelope with the crest of the golden eagle. When she took it out of the bag, she realized there was a heavy, vaguely cylindrical object inside. She could tell by its feel and its weight. There was no doubt this was a key. After turning around and checking that Maria... Wait, a key. Is it the key? After turning around and checking that Maria was still sound asleep, Rosa tore open the envelope and the contents spilled out into her palm. It was a key with an old and intricate design. Rosa gripped that key and dashed out. Oh my god! Battler seemed to have noticed that sound, but after grumbling and turning over into his sleep, he started snoring again. She thinks it's to the chapel, but what if that's the key to the puzzle that starts the whole ceremony cycle thing?
これが礼拝堂の鍵です。
Rosa approached the creepy magic circle once again and put the key in the keyhole. There was a strong resistance. After it resisted for a short while, it stopped resisting with a clunk. Then, squeaking with a noise that hurt one's ears, it slowly began to open. Well, here we go. Her voice reverberated through the massive room. Of course, there was no answer. The chapel had a high ceiling and the air was cold. And even on this rainy, unsettling day, it felt sacred for some reason. The servants timidly followed after Rosa.
Rosa-sama,
Cannon noticed it immediately and pointed. Over there was the altar. In that place would normally have the pastor preaching of God's love, was a table that shouldn't have been there. At first, it looked like a dining table. There actually were gorgeous plates and utensils placed there, making it look like a child's birthday party or something. Aww. They did like a Halloween party for Maria. Upon closer inspection, the surrounding area had been decorated with pumpkins and black and orange ribbons. They were probably Halloween decorations. And there were people seated at the table, all dead probably, right? 3 people on each side facing each other, seated in chairs. They could be recognized at a glance. Kraus and his wife, Ava and her husband, Rudolph and his wife. But if you wanted to be sure, you'd have to go even closer and check. Because they seemed like almost dolls. Rosa and the rest had opened the door, entered all at once with the sound of many footsteps, and called out, asking if anyone was there. And yet there had been no reaction, even if Rosa and the rest had assumed they were being ignored. You'd still expect there to be some kind of reaction, and there hadn't even been that. So at first it felt like someone had set down some dolls that greatly resembled these people. By now it wasn't just Rosa. Shannon and Cannon, even Goda, they were all fighting frantically with the creeping emotion that grasped at their hearts. As she walked towards the altar, she called out again, but there was still no reaction. Yes, by now Rosa was sure of it. She was sure that these weren't dolls, but the people themselves. They grew close enough to see clearly what lay on the table. It still looked like an adorable banquet, reminiscent of a child's birthday party. I'm gonna grab a drink really quick. Plates piled up with sweets, cute pictures with drinks. I want to go to a Halloween party. All kinds of pumpkin-shaped ornaments. Is that blood or meat chunks? They were all decorated in a Halloween style. And while this probably wasn't the time to be thinking it, Maria would have surely been delighted to see all this. Okay, that was to say this table they had sat in front of, apparently asleep. It was an eerie scene as this small, fun-looking Halloween party had been stopped in time. When she approached even closer to them, she realized that there were snacks scattered all over the floor, candies, cookies, sodas, and chocolates, all with heavily fantasy-themed packaging. They were all scattered across a carpet covered with blackberry and cranberry jam. And blood. Oh! This is such a cool picture. And I like the music. Oh my god, I love Shannon's outfit. Rosa and the rest finally realized what the situation was. It was a Halloween party, a banquet for those not of this world. Kraus Natsuhi, Eva, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, and Kirie were seated in chairs, apparently asleep, but all dead. How could you tell that they were dead and simply not sleeping? That was because they'd been vertically sliced open from their chests to their stomachs. I have the PS3 ones, right? Thought I updated them. Oh, okay, cool. Hi! The six of them had sat down at a Halloween party before having their stomachs split open, killing them. Then the jam covered. Hi! And then the jam covering the floor must be what overflowed from their stomachs when they'd stuffed themselves completely, right? No. The contents of their stomach had been scattered all over the floor, and that wasn't all. Out of their stomachs, it was almost as though they'd poured it out, as though the snacks had overflowed from there. Candies and cookies, soda and chocolate had poured out, stained with blood, scattered across the floor. What could have happened to cause this? It's almost as though their stomachs were stuffed to full to bursting with sweets. And it all poured out when their stomachs split open. Ew. Rosa remembered a certain shocking meal. A turkey had been served at her own birthday. When it had been cut open with a knife, out flowed one of her favorite foods. But since she hadn't been told what was inside, the deep, deep red omelet rice poured out like bloody maggots, pulsing, dripping, slimy, pulpy, squelching. The trauma of her youth was revived. Rosa felt a monster raging inside her stomach as the acid started to rise. Unable to hold back, she threw it all up on the floor. Her empty stomach had nothing but stomach acid. The scene in front of her was no fun Halloween party now. The three couples were enshrined right there. Their stomachs were vertically wrenched open with a Giliguba. So many snacks have been stuffed in there. Pulpy, squishy. Blood and guts and sweets were overflowing onto the floor. Bloodstained, sticky, sloppy, pulpy. Sweet snacks that made your fingers stick together. Gummy, but stained with entrails, sloppy, pulpy. What was that I just stepped on just now? That didn't feel like a candy or a cookie or a soda or a chocolate. Ah, I'm scared. What did I step on? I can't even look at the bottom of my foot. Oh, what a gruesome Halloween party. From far away, it had looked like a truly beautiful, fantastical, and fun. But from up close, it was horrible, disgusting, and yet somehow beautiful. Rosa's wild thoughts tried as best as they could to escape her throat with a loud voice that was neither a scream nor a roar. If a word so tied to reality hadn't come out of Goda's mouth, Rosa and the rest would have probably found themselves unable to escape that nightmarish party even now. But it wasn't because they thought the police might be able to do something. If they didn't keep yelling at the police, it felt as though another seat might be set up at this demon's party and given to them. Their own chests felt like they were expanding unpleasantly from the inside. Rambling, churning, and it was surely because candy was about to overflow from their stomachs. Rosa, once again tortured by a desire to vomit, threw her stomach acid up on the floor, and then she searched to see if there was any candy in it. Rosa coughed violently again, forcefully spitting out the stomach acid that had been burning in her throat. She finally realized that by now her whole body had been covered in a filthy sweat.
源氏さんとシャナンちゃん、お父様に連絡して指示を仰いでちょうだい。郷田さんはカノン君と一緒に行って警察に電話を。あと、南條先生に来てもらう。
Why even bring Dr. Nanjo here? It's a bit too late for medical care. The servants accepted their orders and dashed outside. After watching them leave, Rosa once again stared at her siblings, with whom she'd spent good times and bads, their partners. There could be nothing more tragic than this scene. For some reason, she was tempted to describe these fantastical deaths as beautiful. So Cannon should just run up to Jessica and hug her as he tells her what happened and be like, I'll protect you. That's all I care about right now. Well, that's not true, but you know what I'm saying. Ugh. It's what I want to happen! I think I'm gonna go for just a little bit longer and then get some food. Oh, here we go again.
使用人室も厨房も空っぽだぜ。一体どうしちまったってんだ。
弱ったね、バトラ君。本当にローザおばさんだったのかい？
まあ、俺も寝ぼけてたから自信はねえんだが、明け方にローザおばさんが入ってきて、マリアの手提げカバンを漁ってるような気がしたんだよ。俺はてっきりマリアの手提げに歯磨きのチューブでも入ってるんじゃないかなんて思って寝ぼけてて。
なんで歯磨きのチューブがマリアの手提げに入ってるんだよ。寝ぼけて夢でも見たに決まってんぜ。
Butler vaguely remembered Rosa entering the cousin's room. Also, when Maria woke up before the rest of them, she started rampaging around saying someone had opened the envelope she'd been keeping safe. Putting two and two together, they figured that Rosa had probably come and opened the envelope.
黄金の魔女様の封筒か。中に何が入ってたんだろ
う。わからないね。でも、あの封筒はおじい様が新書に使う後宮家の家紋の親族会議と無関係なものが入っていたとは考えがたいね。
She hadn't let anyone touch it. But yesterday Maria had shown that envelope to Butler and the rest a whole lot, so they remembered it well.
ジョージの兄貴の言う通りなら相当重要なものらしいが。
Shut up, Butler. You don't know anything.
そんな大事なものをどうして魔女様はマリアに渡したんだろうな。さっぱりだぜ。
Every once in a while, the refreshing morning atmosphere was completely wiped out by the sound of thunder. It was only natural. Since the moment they'd woken up, they hadn't met anyone else. It only felt like they were left, as if the mansion had become an empty husk.
誰かいないか返事してくれよ
Jessica called out into the hallway, and eventually an answer came back. It came from the entrance hall.
聞こえますとも。何かありましたか？
南條先生だ。よかった。この島から僕たち以外が消えてしまったわけではないようだよ。
I think I might actually end here. I'm a little bit hungrier than I expected. And then next time we'll have to see how they react to, well, all the deaths. Everyone will, shit will just start hitting the fan. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope anyone who's been watching or watched at any point has a really good day. And I'll see you guys really soon. So yeah. Bye bye. And thank you again for subscribing, Mark. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you get the bunny badge and the emotes. Okay. Bye bye.